Hey everybody, welcome to week 35. Just a reminder that there are going to be some not safe for work shots in this. I'm not age restricting the video like I did the last one and like I did the Naughty November. I don't get as many views, so we're just not doing that this time. So there's your warning. Hope you guys stick with it. So let's see. First up, we've got my work in progress, Anti-Eternia Sorceress. She's just died at this point. I haven't done any painting. These wings are from a Halloween decoration I got at the dollar store. It was like a little mini skeletal vulture thing. But I thought the bone wings looked cool. Gave her some tail feathers. So I just took off, the little tail feathers that were on her and the wings. Drilled a little bit on the back to peg those in. And then you'll see what the finished product looks like in a week or two. I don't remember how long it took me to actually do it, but it'll be coming up soon. Up next, there's going to be a lot of these Dragonore shots. This was the early bird kit. I got in much earlier than the actual figures. So I was just showing off the early bird kit to share it with people. So this is the cardboard playset that it comes with. It's really cool. I kind of hope they make a plastic version of this, although I am desperately running out of room for playsets at this point. But I'll still get it because I'm a sucker, and it's cool. This is a really cool playset, but it's very, very glossy, so it's kind of hard to actually use for photos sometimes. You can see there's a little bit of shine going on here, but there it is. And then up next, there's another shot of it with all the little cardboard cutouts. Just put a tapestry in the background. There's some lights inside of it. It's just set up on a coffee table. And then you got the cardboard cutouts themselves. Here's Oscuro. I tried to set all these up so that they kind of looked like my toy shots, but obviously they're cardboard, so they're in the pose that they're in, and there's a little shine to them, which is a little bit weird. But yeah, I tried to do what I could with them. I probably could have taken a little bit more time, got them a little bit better, but... And then there's Barbaro. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to these shots. I'm just kind of showing them off when I got them in. Onatar. Didn't quite get the focus on his face, but... And then we got Pantera. This is a cool line. If you like the Masters of the Universe, like the 5.5, if you're collecting Origins or you have the Vintage, these guys will fit in perfectly. Like, honestly, they're really well done. The sculpts on them are good. The paint on them's good. They don't have the articulation that Origins has, but they're really, really cool figures. So that was Yandara. And then we've got Karem. And that is all of those. So I was just kind of showing them off. Like I said, I got the early bird kit in pretty early. So I just wanted to kind of share that with everybody. And then Toymerks was doing close-ups, so you'll see a lot of close-ups this week. A lot of Mythic Legions, just because they look good up close. This is Purplore. You can see, like, Mythic Legions have a lot of good detail. Not really a lot to these close-up shots. Just kind of put, like, a Snake Mountain-ish background and then just really focused on his face. And then up next, I still had the castle set up. So there's like an inside to it. So I put some lights on the inside, and then just thought it'd be cool to put Skeletor, like he has a new castle to plunder power and secrets from. So yeah, I just kind of did that. I really like the shot, other than the shadow is kind of weird. But I like how the lighting came out on the character itself. Probably should have adjusted the light a little bit so there wasn't this hard light line there, but what can you do? That's the past. And then up next, we got Aerithir. Again, doing more close-ups. This again is on my Legion shelf. You'll notice most of the Legion stuff is like just on that shelf, even when I take the picture. But yeah, just did a close-up of him. It's kind of cool. I really like the Four Horsemen. The concept of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse was something that really kind of drew me into the line when I first started learning about it. So there he is. And then here it is, the second hump day. There you go. You got He-Man and Teela again. This time they're just in front of an old Filmation background. A little bit of light choking, some hair pulling, hitting it from behind. Yeah, not really a whole lot to that shot. It's the Fiken doll. Like I said, the Origins heads pop on pretty well to those. I'm using the Savage He-Man head sculpt here just because I like that He-Man head sculpt better than a lot of them. So there's that picture. Another close-up. We got Skeletor. This is actually the same picture of him in the Dragonore Castle, but I just kind of zoomed in on his face. I just thought it looked cool. You can see a little bit of paint defects this close-up on that character, but I don't know. I still think it's a cool shot. Up next, we got a close-up of Valak. This one drives me crazy because you can see a little bit of hair stuck to his stupid hood. But again, with the Mythic Legions, like their faces, like the sculpt is so good. The paint is really nice, so a lot of detail there. He's just in front of the Filmation background as well. You can see he's got his bird with him, even though it's just kind of like cropped. It's a close-up. And then next, we got another Anti-Eternia shot. Like I said, anytime I can have an excuse to show off that castle. For this shot, I didn't actually take the castle off of its like pedestal that it's normally on. So the lighting setup, it's like literally the light that was in the room is what was used for this shot. Kind of wish I had lit this side a little bit better, but just thought it was a cool shot to have He-Man like in the foreground facing off with the Castle Hell Skull in the back. Up next, we've got Alithia, another of the Four Horsemen. This one, Famine. She's cool. I really dig this figure. The close-up's a little weird because, you know, it's cutting off the headpiece she has with the skeleton and holding the scales. But, yeah, she's cool. Just, you know, there's not really a lot to these close-up shots. They're just kind of showing it off. Then we got another Fisto Friday, continuing the Uppercut series. Just kind of him really launching it in there. Fisto Friday's weird. You're gonna see a lot of crazy shots. So yeah, stay tuned, I guess. And then we got another Mythic Legions close-up. This one is Bryophytus. I really like the way they did the flocking on him. It's not fuzzy like a lot. It's like spongy, almost like a thick moss. So but it's got like color variation, and he's just cool. Like I like orcs, I like plants, so I like an orc. It's just really cool to me. Not really a whole lot to the shot. In fact, I don't even remember what the background is. I think it was a still from 2000X. You can see it's a little pixelated, but it's so removed from the shot, like really, because it's just like right on his face, and it's just so there was something in the background. But yeah, there's that. And then the last of the close-ups, it was still Fisto Friday, so I did a close-up of Fisto. He's just in front of the Filmation background. Filmation background's a little too pixelated. I probably should have cropped it in a little bit better and moved him a little bit further away from it so that it kind of blurred out. But I like the Masterverse head sculpt. I actually used the Masterverse head sculpt on the Origins figure a lot on Fisto Fridays, just because I think that head sculpt looks a lot better. But yeah, like I said, there's not really a whole lot to the close-up shots, but that was the collab that week, and I actually really like close-ups. Like, it kind of like, I wouldn't think to do that. Like, my instinct before was just to, you know, get the whole thing in there, but like just focusing on one little, you know, piece, like especially like the face, like makes for good pictures. And doing that collab kind of got me to see things a little bit differently. So it's cool to do those collabs where it's like, I don't know that I would actually do it this way, but you do it and you're like, oh, I kind of like how that turned out. So you'll see actually a lot more close-ups going forward. Sometimes that's all I do is just a close-up of the character's face. Not all the time, but sometimes it works. And then we've got this shot, which is kind of an homage to the Masterverse comic that was coming out around that time, where Zodak and Swarsus were going through the different versions of Adam, but then it's kind of mixed with the idea of the Filmation cartoon, so it's like they're watching the Filmation cartoon, but it's an alternate universe. They're set up on an extreme set. The TV itself is from the 40th anniversary. The red background that he's punching on is recreated by the Ramen Most Powerful stand. And then just the Filmation He-Man from that 40th box set there. Like I said, the idea is kind of them watching Saturday morning cartoons, but those Saturday morning cartoons are alternate universe. I don't know. Conceptually, I really like the shot. Execution-wise, it could have been better. I think at this point, I'm still kind of afraid to do the just straight from behind or like I want the characters to be like instantly recognizable, and sometimes they just are by just the back of them, and I hadn't really kind of gotten there yet. I mean, I do it in a couple shots, but here I was like, I think I was too focused on putting it like a side view, where if I had angled it a little bit more, you could actually see that they were watching TV, and you would know what they are regardless. But I don't know. Like I said, conceptually I like the shot. Execution wise, it's not my best shot, but you know, you live, you learn. Take a bunch of pictures. And then last up, He-Man. It's another close-up. This one is the Filmation. Got the Filmation Grayskull in the back, which I really like. I just wish I had gotten the focus a little bit better on his face. But I did not. So there's that. Anyway, I just want to thank everybody for watching. Got another subscriber, so welcome in. Maybe one of these days we'll hit 100. If you guys stick with it. Hope I don't scare too many away with the Hump Days and Fisto Fridays going forward. But I appreciate every single one of you who comes in, watches. I appreciate the comments. So like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. You have a great day.